the sports boycott became extremely important. People are crazy about sports. I'm crazy about sports. And I remember going to Twickenham Rugby ground in the early 70s. And I'm a pretty well-behaved person, polite and correct, almost to a fault. That day, I stood on the touchlines with others. I shouted, I screamed, I booed the whites-only rugby team of South Africa like I've never done in my life before. And a lot of the crowd were hostile to us. So the sports boycott had an enormous impact. It reached into active public life, and the whites-only South African team was excluded from the Olympics and from many other forms of international tournament, from soccer, table tennis, swimming. The two most important areas were probably cricket, a game played throughout the former British Empire, and rugby, both very strong South African games. And rugby football, a game of strong men, somehow epitomized the power of the racist state was now being represented by the power of these big burly rugby football players. And the people who went to watch rugby would often be raucous and tough, and they split, they divided. And there would be marches in town, and there would be people running onto the fields. And in New Zealand, which is a very big rugby playing nation, it split the whole nation right down the middle. It went well beyond just sports. Australia, something similar. United Kingdom, England, also and Wales, very big issue. It conscientized millions of people. And the argument was, keep politics out of sport. The counter-argument was, well, it's racist South Africa's introducing politics by reserving places in its national teams for white people only. And eventually, racist South Africa was excluded from sporting tournaments. They had to put up big money to get rebel tours, they were called. And in terms of impact on consciousness, sport was an extremely important area.